You took your wife must be incredible, and your child was too young to know, but didn't have a vote.
Yeah.
And you put them in this very uncomfortable situation for a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and you took the money that you were saving and you didn't invest in a business, you invested it in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, tell me about that.
So my kids are actually only 20 months old, so they came after this, and they're triplets.
Oh,
So
okay,
they
okay.
came after all this, but it was my wife and I. The podcast that I was listening to at the time, they had released a mastermind that was revolving around the podcast, and it was $50,000. And
Wow.
I applied to it, and they said, you had to be a business owner. So I didn't think I would actually get in. Somehow I was able to get in, and I sat down, and we had saved, my wife and I, a little over $100,000 at the time for building a business. And I told her, I don't know what it is, but I feel like something is telling me that I have to do this. And if you tell me not to, I get it. This is half of our
Right.
savings. And she said, well, you don't spend your money on anything else, which is true. And she said, yes. And that decision changed my entire life, our entire lives. And you're absolutely right, where I went from comfort to having to put myself back into discomfort because I had, for all intents and purposes, won the game of life. I had a great family. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm now a doctor, so I'm making minimum 250K a year. The three jobs that I had with all the overtime I was doing, I was making close to 500K a year before taxes. And so I won. I won the game of life. And it just wasn't enough for me to not contribute to something, not grow something, not help others. And that was a big thing. Was I work in the medical field, and medical providers in general, whether they are nurses or doctors or nurse practitioners or even clerical work, they're really just shit on by the hospital system over and over. They're churn and burn. They're not taken care of there really isn't that culture of, hey, I want you to grow as a human being with us as much as possible. And so I saw that, and that's what I really wanted to do is grow that. And you're absolutely right. I was comfort. I left three jobs at